Let's talk about looking at the traffic on your website and some analytics. Squarespace does a pretty good job of distilling a lot of traffic data into more digestible bite-sized chunks. To access this, when you log into your website, go to the analytics section, and the first thing that's going to open is your traffic overview, which is going to show you the number of unique visitors you've had during a certain period in time, the number of visits, and page views. And this is, I think by default it goes by week, but you can change the time frame by going up to this upper right hand corner and choosing, let's say, month to date or year to date. And we can look at how those numbers change. And you also have the option to view by how people are coming to your site. Right now we have it selected to view people coming using all different devices, but you can certainly break it down and look at how many, what's the activity on mobile devices versus tablet, etc. Now, if we do this year to date, right now, because the site launched just a few weeks ago, a lot of the activity was us on there doing page editing and so forth. So over time, of course, the numbers are going to kind of even out, and it'll be more obvious and clear where traffic is coming from and that it's unique visitors. A couple of other areas of note in the analytics section is the ability to see where traffic is coming from. And if you hover over the graph here, it's going to give you a breakdown of where traffic is coming from. This is by month view. And you can also break down even further from the traffic sources, where in Google's coming from all over. I think this is the search crawlers probably looking through the site. Another area that's good to understand is the popular content, or good to look at, I should say, is the popular content. I like this view because it shows you from a page-by-page basis where most people are going. Of course, the home page right now is going to have a lot of views because that is, one of the first places someone will go to. But from there, where are people landing? Again, because the site launched not that long ago, we have a lot of views, that are coming from us on there, looking on the site, doing our editing, and so forth. And then another area of the analytics that's interesting to look at is the activity log. I think what's unique about this, or what's interesting about this, is the way to tell by IP address the visitors. So what you can do is, if you know what your IP address is, you can tell, you can find yourself in here and you can kind of eliminate yourself from this group. But it's kind of interesting to see where people are. And so if you click on any one of these IP addresses, you can actually, it'll tell you from which country it's coming from, who the referrer was, and even some details about the browsers and some of the device that person's. And that's a quick overview of the analytics. I also recommend looking at your Google Analytics, and we did add the code in for the Google Analytics, so you can log in to your Google account and go to Google Analytics and see all a huge in-depth massive data for your website there. But again, I like that Squarespace kind of breaks it down to the main points of data that people are primarily interested in.